Hey there friends, Nibs again. Want to get out in the range here today and do a little shooting, and I thought I would do a little head-to-head for you guys. This ought to be an interesting one. I brought out I've got several, but I brought two of my fine old 22 military trainers, and I think this is a pretty fair matchup between these two. So the first one we have here is a 44 US property. It doesn't have the right sight on the front. It's supposed to have a blade sight on the front, but that's the way it came to me, so I'm going to shoot it that way. It is quite windy out here, so I'm not sure how good these results are going to turn out, but we will go ahead and proceed on. So then this one is my 513T, and this one also is a military finish, parkerized, and it also does not have the proper front sight on there either. So they both have globe sights on the front, so that kind of makes it even more fair. I do have a target out at 25 yards. That's about as far as I can shoot with open sights reliably. If it wasn't so windy, maybe I could get out to 50, but and I'm going to test them. Both of these rifles really love this gecko rifle, sorry. So I'm going to use that for this head-to-head challenge, and let's see what we can do. We'll do 5 shots from each, and hopefully the wind doesn't follow us up too bad here. Both of these rifles were, as far as I can tell, were made in the 1940s. The Remington has a date code of 1941, so I know that for sure. And I'm pretty sure the US property, at least the ones that are only marked 44 US and not with an A or something after it, pretty sure those ones are all made in the 40s. And I'm not sure how to decipher the serial numbers to get any closer than that, but so we'll go ahead and we'll shoot 5 shots from the Mossberg for starters. I have not checked the zero at all on either one of these. I did just fire a couple of shots just to make sure they were going to function. I haven't had them out in quite a while, so I wasn't sure, firing pins get gummed up and things like that, but let's see, I'll shoot this one at the lower right hand. The lower right hand bullseye. I can't tell where that hit, but hopefully it hit on the paper. Both of these are pretty good examples. The Remington stock has some good bumps and bruises on it, but that's pretty typical with these military trainers. So it's tough to find one of the, at least the older military trainers, that aren't in pretty tough looking shape as far as the stock goes. So as far as the older Remingtons, mine's actually in fairly good shape from what other ones that I've seen. So let's see if I got one more here. So the trigger on this one, it's pretty stiff, but it's not really bad, and it doesn't have any creep at all, so it really breaks over nice once you do get a good squeeze on it. All right, I think I see a hole forming at like the top of the triangle, if I think I'm seeing what I'm seeing there. So that was 5 out of the Mossberg 44 US. So we'll set that one off to the side over here, and we'll bring on the 513T. So both of these are maybe I think the Mossberg might be a 7-round magazine. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know the Remington has a 5-shot magazine. These Remington 513Ts, I actually have 3 of them. I have, this one's the oldest one, made in 1941. And then I have a newer one that was made in 1952. And that one, the military ones did not come drilled and tapped for a scope at all. So if you do find one with drill and tap on them, at least the older ones. The newer ones, they actually just ship a civilian and mark U.S. property on them. But the older ones were not drilled and tapped. And so if you find one that's Parkerized and drilled and tapped, somebody has done that aftermarket. It's not the end of the world, but it is an original at that point. But I'll shoot this one at the lower left-hand bow on that target. Come on, there we go. So I got one of the circle ones up on the Mossberg, which is the ones I like. I just have like a crosshair one in the front globe on the 513T right now, which isn't terrible, but it's not really what I like to shoot from. And I forgot to bring my tin of globe insert, so I can't do anything about it right now. All right, I'm gonna pause the camera. I wanna go take a look at what those look like so I can talk to you about them. Alrighty, so I'm back. So actually those are fantastic groups from both of these. Did have one, I guess I'll call it a flyer. It's only about 1/4 of an inch away, but the 44 did one ragged hold for the most part, and then the 513T, like I said, had just one off to the right. And I am gonna do another group with each one of these, just because I want to let the 513T see if it can redeem itself. They also like, I'm going to shoot it this time with the Super Extra. They both do like this ammo too, from what I recall. So we will load up a mag full of each of those and give that another go. So still sticking with the 513, we'll go to the upper left now. That flyer may have just been a little gust of wind. We got a little or it may have just been me. You know, that's kind of annoying, but nobody's an expert out here. Kind of fun when I shoot these old timers, get out here and you know, you kind of think about the military recruits just going into basic training, getting ready for World War II, getting their first time behind a trigger, behind some sights, and you know, using one of these over and over again. And how many thousands of recruits may have actually touched this, you know, over its lifetime. That's pretty cool, pretty fun. I've really been wanting to do some of these head-to-heads with these guys. I do have several other military issue ones as well. I have some Stevens 416s. 2 or 3 of those. I have 2 that I know are U.S. property marked. I also have a Winchester Model 75 that's U.S. property marked. And then I also have a 52C that's U.S. property marked. So I think that's everything. If not, we'll figure it out later. But so we'll try doing head-to-heads between, all these different ones and see what can do the best. The 52C, I do have I think I have Redfield Palma sights and a Olympic globe for that, and I also do have a scope mounted on that one. That one, well, no, one of my 416s I do have a scope on as well. So we'll shoot this at the upper right-hand bull out there. I don't remember exactly how well either one of these rifles like this Aguila. I do recall that they absolutely love that Gecko rifle. So we'll see how good these ones do. One more, I think. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna go take a look at those targets and see how I did. Alrighty, well, I am gonna have to give this one to the Mossberg today, which I'm really not surprised. This Mossberg has really impressed me over all the years that I've had it. Always makes me look good, I guess I should say. So for it winning the battle, it gets to celebrate. Love to shoot this gong too. Oh, that was a glancing blow. Wasn't a very good. We'll do another one. I aimed a little high on it. I think I just caught the top rim. That's better. So anyway, both fine shooters. Doesn't look like the Remington likes that Aguila as much as I remember, but it did very well with the rifle match, but not quite as good as the 44, at least not this time out. But still a great gun, great shooter, and have a lot of fun with it. But today, the 44 US property is the winner. So I'll give you one last look at these two. So there is the Mossberg 44, nice thick steel butt plate. It does have the proper sling swivels. I don't have a sling for it, but and then we've got the 44 or Remington 513T, sorry, and has an Olympic globe on the front. They originally would have came with like a little blade sight on the front, but at some point in time somebody installed a sight base on that one. So all right, well, 44 US, get yourself one. I actually just bought another one, and that's what made me think about doing this head-to-head challenge. The one that I bought is on layaway right now, and it does have the original front sight on it. I do need to find a globe for it, but that's no big deal. They show up on eBay here and there. But this one is all original except for that front sight. It's got the proper S100 sight on the back. And anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you hit the notification bell and you'll get notified when I do post up new videos. But until next time, have a great day.